may remember me from my television shows in the 1980s and 90s, and now I host a regularly live-streamed virtual magic showcase featuring some of the greatest magicians in the world. Welcome to Dr. Michael's Friday Night Wizard Emporium. And thank you, everybody, for joining us this day. Boy, do we have a great show for you. We have a number of international guests, some who have been on the show, some who have not been, and we're just thankful to share them with you. Coming up first is a gentleman from the UK, and we've had him on a number of times before. He's quite adept at everything: his coin work, his card work. He's just an overall amazing entertainer. Let's put our hands together right here and right now for the amazing Paul Abbey.
Great to be here again. Thank you, Dr. Michael. My goodness me, I can't believe it's actually a month since we did last time. So here we are in my home here in lovely Surrey in the UK for my friends across the pond there. So here we go. I'm going to talk about something a little bit fun tonight. I'm sure we're all aware of the fact that now we have plastic notes. They've been doing it in Australia for a long time, and we got them over here now, yeah. And I was in local government some time ago, and we were also big on recycling. So things are changing, aren't they? We've got plastic notes. We're going to go over to digital currency, maybe. Well, it's kind of going that way. And with the recycling, we were the first people in the county to have these new bins, which I showed you something about last time. Now, there's a new thing that's come out. I don't know if you're aware of. The great thing about being a magician is we get the opportunity sometimes to try things out. We get given things to kind of test destruction. And here it is. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it's a newspaper. All right, so it is a newspaper. But this is a little bit different. Now, this, would you believe, is a prototype of paper that's very, very similar to those compostable plastic bags, you know, the ones that you can put your recycling in and you can put your compost stuff in it. You can either put it in a compost bin outside to be collected, or you can actually put it in your compost bin out in the garden. So this does feel like paper. It's really weird. And I've had a chance to mess around with it. And I discovered something really, really strange. This is really cool. Now, you know what it's like, don't you? When you're traveling around and maybe you want to take some water with you, so you might have a bottle. You don't really want to carry a glass bottle around, particularly when you're walking around or when you're on a train or whatever. And sometimes you don't really want the whole bottle. You might just want a little glass of water to kind of keep you going, or a drink. In this particular case, I won't tell you what's in the bottle. So here's a really cool thing. Also, you might not particularly want to read something off of your mobile phone and, you know, the battery's getting a bit low. So sometimes it's just nice to have a proper paper, a proper book, a proper something to read from. Okay, if you get a chance to do this, try this out. This is so cool. Now, you don't do it on the first kind of thickness of paper. You have to kind of go about 2 or 3 thicknesses in, and 2 or 3 thicknesses on the outside. Explain how this works. Then you can get your favorite drink, whatever it is that you want to take with you, and put it in the paper. Now, the great thing about this is that it kind of absorbs. So you kind of have to kind of squish it around into the paper that you've made like this. And when you squish it around, it kind of absorbs. Now, the important thing to do with this is be careful if you open it up and you forget that you've got a drink in there. Because particularly if you're sitting on a train, you're going to get soaked. It's all going to drop on your lap. So don't squish the paper. That's the trick to this. You don't squish the paper. You just read the paper. If you squish the paper, you're going to get wet. So this is what you do. If you want to get the drink out at the appropriate moment, you've got to get it all together like this, and then you squish the paper. You squish the paper into the opening, And then when you squish the paper into the opening, guess what? You get your drink. Now, the thing is, you can really squeeze all of it out or just a bit of it, but oh, yeah, I'll leave that to you. Now, here's the question. Do you think that this is going to catch on?
Very good. Very good, Paul. Paul Abbey, everybody. Let's put our hands together for him. Paul, thank you so much for joining us again this day. It's truly a pleasure and honor to have you.
I really enjoy being here. It's good fun.
Awesome, awesome. I was just wondering, I'll ask you one question because we've got quite the lineup this time. Um, can you pinpoint perhaps a time in your life that stands out as special and positive? It, I'm aiming at magic, but if there's a personal one as well besides the magic, sure, let's share it. But what point in your life, what particular incident or happenstance occurred that you might want to share with us that was so great?
Oh, just I've got loads of different things that I could tell you. All the people that I've met and worked with, we could do a whole evening on that. But I think one of the things that reminded me about how my life had changed was way back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I got invited to do a BBC TV program called Tricks and Tracks, and it was just so surreal. I remember going up to BBC Wood Lane and then driving in, and there was a concierge. He waved me in. I parked up. I walked in, and what really hit me was when I walked up and I was guided into my changing room, and there was a little star on the door with guest star, and that made it for me. I knew that I'd arrived.
Wonderful. That sounds so special. I'm going to briefly share. I know we don't have time. We've got some limited time, but this was a silly thing that happened to me. It was of a similar nature. Yours is better though. At the time, back in the 80s, early 80s, I called myself Michael Merlin. And I got booked to do some corporate gig, and there was some kind of marquee, and they said Magic Tonight, Magic Mervin. And I didn't know this. I was going table to table and doing my magic thing. And they were saying, "Oh, Mervin, that's fantastic. Mervin, Mervin, Mervin." And I thought, what's going on here? So when the job was finally done, I went out to my car and I looked up and it's like, oh dear, I felt like Mervin the Martian from the cartoon series. But that was quite hysterical. At least you rightfully had a star and you deserve it. Paul Abbey, how can people get in touch with you if they want to book you?
Oh, easiest thing in the world. My name's a little bit unusual with the Abbey to find me. You can just usually Google me and I pop up. But the best thing to do is just email me. It's a really simple email. Paul Abbey, all one word, dot UK, because that's where I live, at gmail.com. Easy peasy.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Let's put our hands together for the amazing Paul Abbey. Thank you, Paul. And moving along from the UK to the USA, we have someone who's not new to the world of magic, but new to me in that I was just browsing YouTube and social media, and I saw this next person do an effect that was really well done. I'm probably going to embarrass her by saying that, but I don't care. It was technically well done. She's a great entertainer, which is so sadly lacking nowadays in any of these fields. So I want to introduce to some of you, many of you probably know her already, the magical Ms. Charlie. Let's put our hands together for her.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Michael. I really appreciate being here. It is an honor. And I'm so sorry. This is something I have to do. I just have to. Ah, showtime. Okay, let's get started with what we're here for. I have a full deck of cards. And in the interest of time, Dr. Michael, would you just name any card that you feel would represent everyone here? Well, everyone except me. Any card.
Boy, that's hard.
I know.
Let's narrow it down somewhat. We'll say Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts, Ace of Hearts. Okay. And while I'm pulling the Ace of Hearts out, would you name a card that you feel would represent me?
That would be Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. Yes, very cliche. And in the interest of time, we'll run with that. Let's see. I know I have it here. I saw it earlier. There she is. Okay. So we have the Ace of Hearts to represent everyone here, and we have the Queen of Hearts to represent me. And right off the bat, you can see that we are very similar in with each other. We also have a lot of differences. Similarities would be all of us attending this wonderful, wonderful Zoom meeting. I don't even want to call it a meeting, entertainment fabuloso. And then our differences, something like the clothes or even where we're located. I'm in sunny San Diego. You're all the way across the pond, as they say. Anyhow, other similarities that we have. When we're young, we're taught to bend over and touch our toes, usually to please our parents. When we're older, we learn to bend over backwards, usually to please other people. As we continue in life, we learn to stand face to face with each other, which usually pleases us. Continuing in life, we learn to stand back to one another, usually because we can't please anyone. And as we continue on this roller coaster of life, standing face to face, standing back to back, bending over backwards, touching our toes, well, eventually our feelings could get hurt. Yeah. And as we continue through this, and this one hurts a lot, this one hurts an awful lot. I hate this. We could have our hearts broken. Yeah. Well, what do? Well, we pick up the pieces, we assess them, organize them, take count of our assets. And now watch and watch and watch. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. But they say time heals all wounds. So time is kind of like magic. And as time continues, we heal. We may still be a little bruised. We might even be a little scarred. But we realize that we made it through in one piece.
Wow.
Proving. Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much for the opportunity. This has been absolutely delightful.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You did one of my absolute favorite, not just because you did it. Torn and restored, we call that in the industry, if you will. Torn and restored card. I believe it's Jay Sankey, but I'm not sure. But nonetheless, you added your own flavor, your own touch to it. And it's a minor miracle, in my opinion. Magical Miss
Thank you.
Charlie, would you care to share with us a time, an incident, a happenstance perhaps, that was very positive in your life, something that happened that kind of stands out in your mind?
Oh, there are so many positive moments in my life. I've been into theater and performing my entire life. Magic has been, we'll just say, come and go. And the first time I ever received a standing ovation for a lead character that I played was the most, I'll use the word magical moment for me, because you rehearse, you work the lines, you work the blocking, you go through all of this, and when by the time you're there at opening night, you sometimes forget that the audience is filled with people now. And by the time you get to the end, you hear some laughter, you hear some applause, but the lights come up and you're taking your bow and you can actually see them beyond the footlights, and you realize they're standing for me. And that's when I got hooked on the fact of entertaining and just making people's moments so much better than they are.
Absolutely, absolutely. How special is that? I know there are folks out there because we live stream all over the world. maybe even in your own hometown, who would be interested in booking you. How can people get in touch if they wanted to book you for an event?
Well, first thing, my name is Charley. It's a little different than your typical Charlie Brown spelling, so we'll get that out of the way right away. Linktree/Magical Miss Charlie will find all my links, all my Facebook link, my Instagram, my YouTube, and my email, which is magicalmisscharlie@gmail.com.
Excellent. I can't wait until you come to visit us again, and hopefully you will.
I
Let's
would
put,
love to.
thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for the great magical Miss Charlie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. This has been a wonderful honor and opportunity.
Same. Thank you so much. Wow. So moving from the USA, over back to the UK, we have someone who appears fairly regularly on Open Mic Magic Show, hosted by the great, how embarrassing is that? Not meant to be. Kevin Peel, who's here today. He'll be appearing a little bit later in our show and is working the technical end as well, thank goodness. And also another person that works with him will be on shortly as well, Robina the Enchantress and Kevin Peel. They host Tuesday night Magic Theater. So Roy is no stranger to those other shows. I'm so glad he's agreed to come on this time in the form of a video. So let's put our hands together and enjoy the great Roy Stone.
So what we've got here, Mr. Magic Frog, we've got the wishing well, and we've got 4 coins. What we're going to do, we're going to take the 4 coins, we're going to drop them 1, 2, 3 into the well, 4 coins into the well. Along comes Mr. Frog. He hops in the well, like so, and 1 coin falls through, which leaves us 1, 2, 3 coins. So we're going to drop this 1, 2, 3 coins into the well. Along comes Mr. Frog. He hops in the well, like so, and 1 coin falls through, which leaves us 1, 2 coins. 1, 2 coins into the well. Mr. Frog comes along, does his magic. There he is. Does his magic. What happens then? Another coin drops through. So that's 3 coins through the well, which leaves us just 1 coin. We put the final coin in the well. Mr. Frog comes along. He jumps in the well, and the final coin falls through the well. Now, we've got Mr. Frog. We've got the well, but what I don't understand is, in the well, we've got a solid piece of plastic. Solid. So what I don't understand is, I can understand we've got the 4 coins, like so. But how did they fall through the well? Obviously, without Mr. Frog, that's impossible.
Wonderful. Roy Stone is truly magical. If you want to book Roy for your special event, his website is www.roy-stone-magic.com. roystonemagic.com with dashes in between. We have someone else who is also no stranger to the Tuesday Night Magic Theater and Open Mic Magic. Thankfully, he's agreed in video form to appear tonight as well. And we love watching him. We always get a kick out of John the Great. Let's put our hands together for John the Great, everybody.
I'm John the Great and I'm your mate, and today I'm going to show you some magic. Here we have a magic watering can, and here we have a jug of water, and now we need an assistant. Please put your hands together for Jake, okay? And Jake is going to sit on my knee like that, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to pour some water from the jug into the watering can. We are then going to place a piece of card on Jake's head. We are going to turn the watering can upside down over Jake's head. We're then going to pull the card out like that. And then we're going to turn the watering can back over as such. And then we're going to pour the water back into the jug. And ladies and gentlemen, that's magic.
And there we go, John the Great. And at the bottom of our screen in post-production, you'll see his contact information if you're interested in booking John the Great from the UK. Moving from the UK across the pond, I have a funny feeling we'll be saying this whole show. We've got one of my favorites. He's madcap. That's the only way I can explain it. He's a great magician as well. And I'm so thankful he's agreed to appear on my show. He's no stranger as well to Tuesday Night Magic Theater and Open Mic Magic. Go to Facebook and look those up and immediately join. Don't waste any time. It's free and you get 2 incredible shows a week. And I happen to be a regular on those 2 as well, but you'll want to join and watch for the other performers, not for me. Nonetheless, let's put our hands together for Micah Cover from the USA.
Woo! Guys, give it up for Dr. Michael. Thank you, Dr. Michael. And Kevin, the cat herder, making all this happen. Guys, thank you so much. So much to say, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but this needs to be said. Guys, if you can, come to the pre-show. It's almost as entertaining as the show. I'll give you an example. True story. William Dow, I'm not making this up, during the pre-show, William Dow actually said to all of us, bad jokes aren't allowed on this show. In that moment, we were all struck by lightning simultaneously in that moment, and that is how Magic Doc got his green screen. So, fun little fact, it all happened to us, and somehow the internet is still working. I call that magic. And speaking of magic, let's get to it. So, guys, it's Dr. Michael. Oh, by the way, I loved your story about Mervyn, Dr. Michael, which means your initials and last name are literally likey. What a wonderful story. What a wonderful story. Oh, I hope you're not married, Dr. Michael, because the phone calls are going to be flooding your cell phone from all the ladies. Anyway, and that's magic. So back to the magic. Dr. Michael, I love you, brother. Will you assist me, please? Is that okay?
Certainly, I'll be honored to, Micah. You know that.
All right. Despite the restraining order, he's still going to do it. Thank you so much. All right. Let me see if I can switch cameras on my Commodore 65. Oh, here come the wiggly fingers, Dr. Michael, the wiggly
My
fingers.
favorite,
Yes.
and the windshield wipers.
Yes.
Ooh.
And yes, and the windshield wipers of magic, the windshield wipers of magic. Yes. Dr. Michael, thank you so much for helping me out with this. Let me see. Yes. Okay, here we go. I've got a deck of cards and they're in no particular order, but you don't have to take my word for it. Oh no, say the magic windshield wiper fingers of magic. Yes. So I want you to help me give them a couple of cuts. I'm going to say go. I'm going to run through the cards, say stop, keeping in mind there's a lag, and I'm on a Commodore 64. So you might have to, yeah, talk quickly. All right, go, Dr. Michael. Say stop.
Stop.
Or don't. Just wait. Yeah, just wait. Yeah, just wait as long as you want. Okay, that was cut number 1. Oh, just like we did in rehearsal, Dr. Michael. This is fantastic. This will be the next.
Right. I got you now. Okay.
Okay. All right. So just say stop. Go. Say stop.
And stop.
Very nice. Okay, and go. Say stop.
Again. Okay. And stop.
Well done. Well done. Yes, Dr. Michael. Just stretch it out as long as you can. The cue was to say stop as quickly as possible, but what we want is giggles. We want the suspense. So tell you what, Dr. Michael, when I say go, say stop as quickly as you can. Does that make sense, sir?
You bet.
Beautiful. All right. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Dr. Michael, say stop. Go.
Stop as quickly as you can.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Okay. Say stop.
Stop.
Just like we rehearsed. That was perfect, Dr. Michael. Oh, the timing was impeccable.
You.
As you know, Dr. Michael, the most important tool, I should say, in magic is timing. Yes, exactly. Okay, so Dr. Michael, check this out. I'm going to use the cards from the top. It doesn't even matter what order they're in, because check this out. You are going to tell me where to deal the cards. Now, I've created this kind of center, and you are going to help me create a square around the center. Okay, so let's like corners here, middles there. This card, is it a middle or a corner, Dr. Michael?
Middle, please.
Middle, excellent. And I'm putting it up. This is the top of my square to me. Is that okay, or do you want it to go in another middle?
You bet. Perfect.
Love it. Corner or middle?
Corner.
Corner, is that corner okay?
Sure.
Beautiful. Corner or middle, my friend?
Corner.
Corner, okay. Corner or middle?
Middle.
Middle, corner or middle?
Middle.
Middle, and is that middle okay?
Yep.
Cool. So when you say corner, I'll just put it in a random corner. When you say middle, I'll put it in a random middle. But if you want me to change, I will. Dr. Michael, I will change for you. I will change. All right. Dr. Michael, corner or middle? Wait,
middle.
What did you say? Middle, okay.
I said that's big. That's big.
Oh, thank you. All right. You know, I've waited all my life to hear a man from Canada say that to me on the internet. So thank you, Dr. Michael. And then finally, corner or middle?
Corner.
Corner. Okay, cool. And we have one little gap right here. Oh, before we get to that, do you want me to switch any of the corners for the middles, or the middles for the corners, or the corners for the corners, or the middles for the middles, or do you like it the way it is?
What? Yes. Let's switch the corner one, which is on your left,
okay,
where your hand is.
Yes.
Corner, for the exact diagonal opposites.
Ooh, I like it. So watch. Yeah, am I doing that correctly, Dr. Michael?
Absolutely. I was afraid you wouldn't. Excellent. And maybe.
Oh, yeah. There's more.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
The far right middle on your right hand side.
Far right middle. Yes.
Right. Exactly. To the left bottom.
So to the left corner?
Yes.
The left bottom corner? Beautiful. So did I do that correctly?
Well, sure. Why not?
I'll take that
as per my instruction. Looks good.
Right. I'm loving this rapport we got, Dr. Michael. There's nothing but rock solid confidence between the two of us. Yes, the wiggly fingers. All right. So, Dr. Michael, I still have those two cards in the center. I have a left and a right. And again, just to simplify things, we're going to use my left or my right. Say left or right, Dr. Michael.
Left.
Okay. So we're going to keep the left in the center, and we're going to move this into the gap that was the empty corner, but I can move this to a different place. Do you want me to move it into a corner?
No, it's perfect. I love it.
Oh, a man who commits. You clearly are not from Los Angeles. Okay, Dr. Michael, one more time, say middles, and now we're going to use all the middles or corners. Say middles or corners?
Middles.
Okay, so we're going to leave the middles where they are. It's the corners we're going to change. In fact, we're going to flip them. Oh, the wiggly fingers. Yes. So we're leaving the middles alone. Yes, I changed the corners. Very nice. Now, we're almost done, Dr. Michael. I have rows, 1, 2, 3. Columns, 1, 2, 3, and I have rows, 1, 2, 3. Say row or column, Dr. Michael.
Row.
Excellent. And say row 1, this is my row 1, or row 3. Say one of those, row 1 or row 3.
Row 3.
Beautiful. And you'll see why it's 1 or 3, because we're going to take your choice and flip it over. Flip it over, Dr. Michael, the wiggly fingers. All right. So now I have 2 columns, 1 and 2, and I have 3 right. Yes. And the windshield wipers of magic. Yes. And Dr. Michael, the wiggly fingers. Very good. Oh, man, I'm so glad we rehearsed. Okay. So this is column 1 and column 2, and I have row 1 and 3. Say column or row, Dr. Michael.
Let's say row.
Row, okay. Say row 1 or row 3.
Row 3.
Row 3, and I'm going to flip it up. Ooh. Now I have 2 columns and 2 rows. Say column or row, Dr. Michael.
Column.
Column, okay. Say 1 or 2.
2.
2, okay. Oh, and before I flip this, Dr. Michael, do you have do you happen to have a favorite card? What's your favorite card, sir?
Any card? Any favorite card? Really?
Oh,
Wow.
not. Do you have
This
a favorite card?
this is tough. Wow. Um, King of Hearts.
Yes, the Queen of Hearts, just like you told me in Facebook Messenger. Well said, Dr. Michael. Yes, I'm so glad we rehearsed. I'm so glad we rehearsed. Yes, Dr. Michael, well said. The Queen of Hearts was exactly what you told me in Facebook Messenger. Oh, Tommy, yes, the memories, Tommy. Okay,
I know,
all right, yes.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Dr. Michael, just like we did in the script, well said. Your favorite card is the Queen of Hearts. And then last thing, Dr. Michael, say top to bottom or bottom to top, sir?
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top, boom. And check this out. Every single card is a joker, Dr. Michael, except for the one card, which you confirmed to me on Facebook Messenger is in fact the Queen of Hearts. Well said, Dr. Michael. But check
Whoa.
this out. Not only that, these jokers, they have numbers and they have letters. I wonder what they mean. I wonder what they mean, Dr. Michael. I'm going to put them in numerical order, 1 through 8, because those are the cards that we ended up with after the cuts. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like I got them all. And check it out. They don't just have numbers. Oh no, say the windshield wiper fingers of magic. They also have letters. Exactly, Dr. Michael. So, Dr. Michael, number 1 is a D. And number 2 is an R, and number 3, and hopefully you can see this on my Commodore 64 camera. Thank you, Radio Shack. And 3 is an M, and 4 is an L, an F, an N, and W, E.
Oh.
So we have D, R, M, L, F, N, W, E. Dr. Michael, does that mean anything to you?
No, I think it should, though.
How about DR? Does that mean anything to you, Doctor?
It does.
Yes, Doctor. How about M? Does that mean anything to you?
Yes, it does.
Yes, Michael, how about likey? It literally says me likey, yes. And what about F, N, W, E? What could that possibly stand for, Dr. Michael?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's even standing.
Friday Night Wizard Emporium, just like we rehearsed. Well said. It's this
Wow.
very show that you booked me on. When you also told me that your favorite card was the Queen of Hearts. It was in the same magical conversation. Oh, memories. Oh, but here's the thing, Dr. Michael. You did this yourself. You told me where to deal the cards. You told me where to put that center card. You said rows and columns. Everything was up to you. And you did that, my friend, in a deck that actually doesn't exist. I'm so glad I had a finale. Dr. Michael, it is such a pleasure. Guys, give it up for Dr. Michael for putting up with me, and give it up for this show. Guys, thank you so much, Dr. Michael. It is always such a pleasure, and it is such an honor, sir. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Micah Cover, everybody. Let's put our hands together. Wow, we really rehearsed that well, didn't we, Micah?
Yeah. Oh, man, and it paid off, man. It was seamless. The judges didn't notice a thing.
I know.
It was exactly the way we planned it.
Thank goodness some stayed. Yes, it was fantastic. Micah, you're always hysterical. I love you. Thank you so much for joining. And I love your madcapness, if that is indeed an adjective or an adverb. How can people get in touch with you if they indeed want to book you for a special event?
Oh, that is so nice of you. Facebook Messenger is perfect because that always works. Yeah, so they can contact me on Facebook and Facebook Messenger. Micah Cover, but honestly, Dr. Michael, what you're creating and you and Kevin is just a miracle, and it's for free. And it's just such an honor to be a part of this. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Once again, the great Micah Cover, everyone. Let's put our hands together for him. Yay. Oh, he's so funny. If you get a chance to catch him as well on Open Mic Magic on Wednesdays or Tuesday Night Magic Theater on Tuesdays, please do check out Facebook. Oh, I'm so excited about the next person. You're going to love her. I'm sure you've seen her. If you haven't, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, check her out. where she's actually live. She does her things live. We have her on, I was going to say tape. What century am I in? We actually have her on video. One of my favorite routines. Let's please put our hands together for the amazing Robina the Enchantress. And wonderful Robina the Enchantress, everybody. It's one of my favorite routines. Robina, I love pretty much everything you do, especially the butterfly thing, which hopefully you'll do again for us sometime. Thank you for joining us as well in person, in addition to your video. How are you this day?
I am doing quite well, thank you. And thank you
Wonderful.
for inviting me. I do have a comment though, because when Magical Charlie, when she asked if there was a card that represented all of us, my thought was the Jokers.
Ah, very good. And you may be right. You may be right, Robina. Oh, does
I say
anything
she's definitely correct.
Uh, I'm going to ask you the same question that I've asked many of our performers tonight. Does a particular incident, happenstance, something that was very, very positive in your life, does it stand out for you that you wish to share with us?
One performance that I did, and performance related, actually, I was on the stage in El Paso, and they have these wonderful events all year long, big festivals. And I was on the stage, and I did. It's a combination dance and magic show, and it was interesting. It was probably the first time that after the routine, after I had finished, I took my bow, and it was absolute silence. It took several seconds before suddenly people went, "Oh my God, it's over! Yay, thank you!" And just having that stunned silence for those several seconds was something that's like, okay, I know I'm doing something right because they liked it. That's the important thing. I'm doing something that people like. So,
Exactly.
that was momentous for me.
And it's all for them. We perform for our audiences. We don't do it for ourselves. We do it to share and to give, don't we?
To make our audiences happy, provide them.
Exactly, exactly. And you brought up an interesting point that I'd like to briefly elaborate on. As performers, in particular magicians, we always expect, oh, we'll do something and they'll react. They'll either gasp or laugh or smile or clap right away. But a non-response is also a response. And a lot of performers, they kind of cringe if their audiences don't react right away. That can be a good thing, like you just said, stunned silence as well. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah, that was wonderful, and for me, it was like, ah, nice. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us, Rabina, and your act as well that you just that we just shared as well. How can people get in touch with you if they wish to book you?
I have a site robinamagic.com, and you can contact me there either for bookings, or you can also get tickets for both the Tuesday Night Magic Theater and the Open Mic Magic shows. There are links there to get tickets. And if I remember, I will start putting this link in there as well.
Oh, wonderful. That would be appreciated. I love the Tuesday Night Magic Theater and the open mic. I'm going to just give you an extra plug because I believe you deserve it. Yourself and Tommy Burnett, who will be on a little bit later, both of you originally, especially Tommy, started the Tuesday Night Magic Theater. Did you not?
I did not. I came in later, but
Okay.
I've been there several years now. It's amazing to me. Time has just flown by.
And Kevin is the common thread throughout all of them because Kevin and yourself host the Tuesday Night Magic Theater, and Kevin hosts the open mic. You'll all see Kevin actually near the end. He's going to do something very difficult, so I hope you'll all stick around for that. Robina the Enchantress, Robin, I want to thank you so much for appearing. And now, I guess, unfortunately, you'll be disappearing, but do stick around to watch the rest of the show. Let's put our hands together for Robina the Enchantress, everyone.
Always an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. The honor is ours. And wow, moving from the USA, which is where Robina's from, Texas, I believe, we're staying in the USA. And we are going to see a very special show. This next performer, I was introduced through the Society of American Magicians. She was looking for performers for a show several years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, more or less. She's based in New York. She's a lawyer, and she includes in her act, I don't want to give everything away, this bear, this teddy bear, which I just love. So she's on video as well. Let's put our hands together for the great Sarah Krasson from New York City, from the USA.
Everyone, please welcome Sarah Krasson and Bamberg.
I'm Sarah Krasson. I'm Sarah Krasson, and this is Bamberg.
Go Bamberg!
He's very happy to be here. That was nicely done, Bamberg. Yes, you look lovely tonight. You just your time. You're very welcome. Bamberg and I have an exciting program for you today of classics of magic. And I guess no, classics is what we agreed on, Bamberg. No, I didn't have to. We're not doing card tricks. Look, the deal was that we do a program of classics, and on the way home, I stop at a late night diner, and you get to eat a waitress.
Eat the winner.
Bamberg, I didn't even pack a card for you. How do you order online? I have so many questions. But he did get a package from barelybelievable.com to Bamberg. Okay, we've got deck of cards. No, I have to help with. All right. And instructions. No, all right, we're going to need a little bit of help. Will you help us? Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi,
Fish?
Fish.
Fish.
With a V.
Fish. Got Fish with a V. Nice to meet you. This is Bamberg.
Hi, Bamberg.
He's delighted to meet you too. So, Fish, if you would help us out, if you would just read the instructions, and that way Bamberg and I will know what to do. And now, Bamberg,
This is straightforward.
before you begin this, Fish, Bamberg, you and I have talked, and I have trained you that we always practice before we perform something for an audience. Are you sure you want to do this? Okay. If you insist. All right. So, Fish, would you please go ahead and read the instructions so I know what to do?
She's barely believable. For Bears for Love Magic.
Yes.
Thank you for purchasing the rights to Eagle Mark from barelybelievable.com. Website for Bears for Love Magic.
Fantastic job and a beautiful carrying voice, Fish. Love you.
Says take the cards out of the pack, pick them up, and you were right forward. Let the cards dribble down onto your left.
Okay.
Do it again, but this time, have someone select a card.
Okay. Fish, would you say stop whenever you're ready?
Stop.
Okay.
Give them the card, have them show it to everyone.
Please show the card to the audience. You take a look at it too. Good job not showing Bamberg.
Me. Back to the deck.
Thank you. Well done.
Top of the deck.
And what?
Okay, so place it back on the top of the deck.
Okay.
Okay, run your thumb on the corner of the deck and then snap your fingers. The card has risen to the top of the deck. Turn it over and show it.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
What was it? I'd say look at it.
Wow.
Don't worry, it's okay. Put the cards back in the box. We have a plan B, just in case this would happen. That's right. Try this. Show your right paw is empty. Slowly reach into your left side breast pocket of your jacket. Remove your wallet. Open the unzippered pocket and show everyone the selected card.
I don't have a jacket or a pocket or a wallet. Okay, what else do we do?
Next step is, well, should have thrown that before.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, what do we do next?
I don't know. I give up on you. You're on your own. This is the end of the instructions.
This is why we practice before we perform for an audience, Bambergs. This is exactly what. Oh, he's got a point. He's got a point. It's his magic. Bamberg is wearing a jacket, and inside his jacket he has a pocket. And inside Bamberg's pocket there is a wallet. Inside Bamberg's wallet there is, oh my goodness, I hope it is, a playing card. Vic, what was your card? Four of diamonds? How did Bamberg do?
Oh, Booker.
Bamberg. You were wonderful. A round of applause for you. We really like that. You were fantastic. Thank you so much.
Have a good
Doctor. I'm just teasing you, but somebody's gonna take me up on that, and I'm gonna be. Now, you have seen Bamberg do card magic. What you don't also know is that Bamberg is a very talented medium. Like a psychic, somebody who has supernatural powers, can talk to the spirits. Oh, Bamberg, no. Bamberg, I would never say that about you. You are a very large and imposing bear. Yes, and everybody gets a little bit afraid of you. You can see the fear in their eyes. Sure, go look. Terrifying. Yeah. All right, we're going to do a demonstration of Bamberg's second son. Now, the way the magicians usually do this is one partner stays on stage and is blindfolded, while the other partner goes into the audience and borrows some items from people that they keep in their pockets that they brought with them. And the partner on stage will then identify those items. However, since Bamberg is a bear, and since most of you are not, Bamberg may not be acquainted with the items that you keep with you. So Bamberg has brought some things that he's more familiar with that we can use to demonstrate his psychic powers. First we have an apple. Bears like to eat apples. So, then we have, let's see, a can of tuna. I mean, I know bears like fish, but tuna? Okay. I am wondering how he gets into that can. That's that. Oh, that answers that. We have a can over there. I guess that's handy for him. Next we have a moose. Bamberg, do you eat moose? Friend, not food. And finally, we have a remote control. That's my remote control. Bamberg, I've been looking for this for a week. So we've got these items. Bamberg is going to attempt to tell us which of these items we are going to pick. Yes, Bamberg, I will make it very fair. What we're going to do is a technique that my mother taught me when I was a girl. In order to make things fair, if my brother and I were going to split a piece of cake, if one of us cut the cake, the other one picked the slice that they want. So, that's what we're going to do. And see, I'm going to hold two up. I'm going to hold one high, one low. And would you please pick the high or the low to go away?
Me?
Sure.
Oh, the high.
The high goes away. You got it. All right. Now, we've got back, front, left, and right. Why don't you pick this time? Pick two of them, please. Yes?
Left and front.
Left and front. Okay, I hold one high, one low, and the low one is going to go away. Okay, my turn. I'm going to hold up these two, and this time in the front, high and low. Which one would you like to go away? The low goes away. That leaves two, not a lot of choice, and I'm going to take this one away, leaving one final bag. Bamber. Now, we are going to call upon you to use your psychic powers and talk to the spirits, figure out what is in that bag, and I'm going to give you this notepad. I want you to draw what the spirits tell you is in that bag. I want you to draw it clearly so that everybody can see. And I need all of you to please focus. Send all of your psychic energy up to Bamberg. And here we go, everybody. Bamberg, draw! Draw, Bamberg, draw! You got it. Let's see what Bamberg drew. He drew.
Honey.
That? Honey.
Honey.
Oh. Honey is not an option, Bamberg. That was not one of the items in the bags. I'd like you to focus a little bit. Remember, we're drawing what's in the bag and not just, what you want. Got it? Let's try it again. Bamberg, I want you to focus. I would like all of you to focus, please. Send out your hand. Wiggle your fingers. Come on, Bamberg, you can do it. Let's see what he did.
Honey again.
Honey. All right. Who was thinking about honey? Yeah, you were thinking about it. I remember you thinking about it. Just a little bit? Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. It's a little disappointing, but let's see what was in there. Usually he gets it, but this is just really frustrating. And I don't know if he gets it. All right, this is for later Bamberg after the show, because otherwise it gets all messy and sticky. All right, and now for our finale. I have a classic of magic. This is a piece that has been a favorite of magicians and audiences all over the world for the last 200 years. Bamberg, I'm going to do a little bit, then you'll do a little bit with me. Bamford, are you ready? All right, I'm going to give you 2 rings, and I want you to hold them tight in your paws. Okay. And I'm going to take 2 rings, and I'm going to hold them tight in my paws. And on the count of 3, you're going to drop one, and I'm going to drop one, and they're going to link. Are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I have to help just a little bit. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. I'm so proud of you. You did a fantastic, fantastic job. And that was really, yeah. Yeah, we can do one more. We've got a little bit of time. Uh-oh. All right, well, I guess that's the end of that. I'm sorry. Oh, you wanted them together. I beg your pardon. Sometimes I'm a little slow. I didn't understand it. Here, sure. Okay, what do you want to do? I have to help just a little bit. Okay? Friends, please welcome Bamber, the death-defying, and the rings of doom.
Oh.
Thank you so much, everybody. Having fun playing with you and doing magic together. I'm Sarah Crasson, but this is Bamber.
And that was Sarah Crasson, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing us to show this, Sarah, if you're watching. And if you all want to contact Sarah for a booking and a special event of yours, at the bottom, should be around here or so in post-production, will be her contact info. Moving right along from the US, New York, to New York. I don't know what to say about this next guy, except he was one of the originators of the Tuesday Night Magic Theater that still airs on Tuesdays. He's a frequent visitor to both. He's a regular, in fact, to Tuesday night and open mic night on Wednesday. Open mic night, by the way, has nothing to do with me. It doesn't mean that people get a can opener and open me. It's open mic, like open mic. In any case, not Magic Mike, but Open Mike. I would love to introduce to you all now the man who knows too much a friend of mine. I can call him a friend. He might disagree with me. However, I call him a personal friend of mine. The great mentalist, the great reader of thoughts. I'm not going to say reader of minds. I'm going to say reader of thoughts. The great Tommy Burnett. Let's put our hands together for Tommy.
Hey guys, and what an honor it is to be here tonight. Today, this evening for me. I want to show you guys something a little on the dark side of things. I know tonight Micah has made us laugh and Ravina has made us go wow with her dancing canes and appearing canes and vanishing silks, and Miss Charlie with that great card effect. I'm going to do something a little dark. So, actually, would Micah be available to help me? If not, I'll ask somebody else. But it would be nice to have. Yay!
Tommy!
Did I catch you in the middle of dinner?
Yeah. That's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. My parole officer only gives me an hour before I have to go back to prison. But Tommy, it's an honor, man. What can I do for you? What can I do for you, sir?
Okay, so I came across some photographs, and I haven't been this box here. They're kind of bizarre photos. They have some of these images may be disturbing. Just
okay.
To let you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this one you can't really tell what it is because it's a close up. As is that one. As is that one. Now this looks like a bicycle.
Yeah.
This one looks like a foot. This one looks like a half of a doll's face. So you can see that each one is different. I'm going to be showing you all of them in a moment, but before I do that, I have to explain there are 88 different cutouts of, well, let me explain it this way. There are 22 photos in here. Each photo has been cut into 4 pieces. That means there are 88 pieces of photos that have been cut and put into a pile. Okay? Now, they are not in any particular order, and we will mix them up according to your specifications a little later. I also have an envelope with an idea inside. Okay? And
an idea.
Yeah, just an idea. My new logo, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have pulled some photos out to show you that some are not as disturbing as others. Some can be somewhat amusing. Like this one, for example, is a warning sign that says unintended children will be captured and used for medical experiments. Okay?
Wow.
So that is disturbing, but it's a little humorous, right? So this next one I want to show you is not funny at all, but not as disturbing as some of the other photos. This is an actual photo from a crime scene in the 1960s, I believe, and it is from the wall of a victim of a serial killer known as the lipstick killer. I'm going to zoom in on this just a tad so I can read to you what it says. I know you still probably have trouble seeing what it says, but it says, for heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more. I cannot control myself. This is an actual photo. They did catch him, and he was in jail until he died at the age of 65. Now, this photo I'm about to show you now, I believe is probably the most disturbing of them all. At first glance, it looks like a family portrait. It was taken in the year 1929. This is the Lawson family, and they're a famous family. Charles Lawson, on this particular day, brought his whole family into town to buy them all new clothes for a family portrait. Once the family portrait was taken, he went into the barn, came back with a gun, shot his wife and 6 of his 7 children. Arthur here was the oldest, and he was able to escape. So this is probably the most disturbing of them all. Now, why am I showing you these disturbing photos on such a beautiful day? Because I can. No, this is, I don't really have a good answer for that, to be honest. But a little places haphazardly back into the stack in no particular order, and they will be mixed again, as I said, to your specifications. Let's leave that there. Okay, so let's give these an overhand shuffle. And you can see all the photos are different, and not only that, we can do a modified riffle shuffle. Even though these are not cards, they will sync. They will. Yep, there we go. They will mix into each other. And why don't we also give them a cut, and we'll take the middle section out, like so, put it on the table, making the middle now the bottom, taking the top and putting it here, making the top the middle, and taking the bottom and making it the top. Almost as confusing as one of your effects, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. That's high praise.
Okay, so at this point, if you were here with me, and unfortunately you're not, because I would love to give you a hug, but I'll give you a virtual hug. But if you were here right now, I would ask you to take these and start dealing them down onto the table into 2 piles. Now, at this point, I will tell you, if you want me to, I can take a whole bunch and put them in either side. You can tell me what row or what pile you want me to put them in. There's no limit to your imagination. How would you like me to start, on the left or on the right?
How about a bunch on the left, please?
Okay, and you just tell me when to stop if you like.
Stop.
Right? Okay, and
that's perfect.
Okay, now how about on the right side? You want me to do another one like that, or just
how about just one on? Deal one on the right side. That's perfect. Yes.
Okay, and would you like to stop there, or would you like to do a little more?
I think we're perfect. We can stop right there.
Yeah, okay, fine. So, again, these are all your choices, and
Yeah.
these are the ones that you said you wanted me to put to one side. Okay? And we'll put those there. So, would you like the pile on my left for you, or the pile on my right for you?
The pile on your right for me.
Okay, so that goes there, and this goes
Yeah.
here. And I will be your hands, but if you were here, I would ask you to deal your pile into two. So I will do your pile for you. Okay?
Okay.
Right? And then I would ask you to pick up the top 4 photos of each pile. And of course, these are all different along with the ones that you left behind. Let's take a look at the ones that you stepped on. Okay, there's a face. I don't know what that is. It looks like maybe a kneecap. Maybe not. Maybe, oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I was back the first time. Wow, look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, I just got chills.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I have goosebumps. Now, in this envelope, I have a photo. On the back, it says this. On the back, it says Jane Geisel, age 26, killed her mother and her father in the year 1972. I can't believe this.
Oh, wow. Bravo.
Wow, I honestly, I don't know what else to say. Thank you for helping me out.
Thank you, Tommy, for freaking me out.
Let's go back to Michael.
Fantastic. Thank you so much,
Thank
Tommy.
you.
I
Yeah,
love
thank you.
that. I
Thank you.
love that. It's
I thought
so
you would.
cool.
I thought you would. Thank you.
It's so cool. I love it. Let's chat briefly because I
Yeah,
want
please.
to talk about you're the proprietor of this virtual online magic shop, for lack of a better term. I'd
Yeah.
like to call it something else. I don't know what else to call it. And there it is, the Magic Taboo. And I've looked it over. I love it. If I had the money, I would just buy everything and clear you out. And then I don't know. I don't know what would happen if I did that. But I do. I honestly do. But
I know what would happen.
you'd have what? No stock.
Yeah.
You'd be out of stock. That's the truth of it. But I was so excited to hear recently that you're starting your own, I don't know what to call it. It's a webcast. You can eventually make it into a podcast if you want by just having the audio. But I was excited and I jumped on that right away and I said, Tommy, have me on that show. And you've agreed reluctantly to have me guest on your very first show. So I'd love
you broke my arm. You broke my arm.
It wasn't me that did that. It was my family that did that. But
yeah.
I want to share with everybody your promo video for this. So it should whet the appetite of people out there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Coming in July 2024. Mind Over Magic. Every Saturday at 4 p.m., starting on July 6th, 2024. Talking with a different mystery performer each week in front of a live audience. Talking about everything and anything, but never about method. Episode 1, we have Dr. Michael Leike. Come join us on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by the Magic Taboo.
Wonderful. I love that. I love the graphics. You do those yourself, don't you?
I do, yes. Yes, I,
I
I, I
love it.
did, I did that graphic. I did that graphic. I did that, well, yeah. I did that graphic.
Oh, I love that. I'm just partial to that. I'm a graphic designer by trade as well.
yeah, yeah,
And so I get to cheat and do all my own graphics, and then it goes into video, and I do all that stuff as well. So I feel
yeah,
we have a lot in common, let
yeah.
alone the love of mentalism, mind reading, thought reading,
Mm-hmm,
bizarre magic, which
mm-hmm.
it's a favorite of mine as
Mine too.
well, for the oddities and the neat props and objects. And I'm gonna ask you the same question I've asked some of our performers out there.
Mm-hmm,
Does a particular incident or happenstance that occurred in your life, a positive one, because we've all had all different kinds, a positive
mm-hmm.
one stand out? And do you care to share that with us today, Tom?
Yeah. When I had the opportunity to give a lecture at the Magic Circle last summer, yeah, yeah.
Very
Uh,
cool.
that
Very,
was
very.
a very momentous uh, happening for me. Yeah,
It
made
would
me
be.
feel made me feel like I was on the map. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, there's
yeah,
something very special about the Magic Circle. Um, I don't get nervous about doing shows anymore. I just don't. I've done so many. I'm not saying that to brag, but as
yeah.
a way to just share with people. 2,500 shows in the 80s and 90s, that's a lot of shows.
Yes.
And for my audition for the Magic Circle,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I can't help but,
Oh yeah,
admit I was nervous. The criteria, the pages of criteria, and what we have to do in order to audition, at least, let alone hopefully get accepted. So that's
yeah.
quite the achievement, Tommy, I must say. Um, now, couple more questions because I know
Yeah,
people
please.
are going to want to watch the webcast. How
Yes.
can they? Where can they?
Uh, right now, that hasn't been determined yet. Well, it will be on Zoom, so people can come live and be in the audience on Zoom, just like here. And I'll be on one side and you'll be on the other, just like here. And there'll be there's going to be different segments. So there'll be an interview which will be cut up into three sections. Then there will be like a book of magic book of the week, where I'll give like a 3 minute review on one of my favorite magic books, and maybe I'll have people bring books they like as well. Um, so there'll be a number of different things, and hopefully it will be a little more fast paced than my last webcast, which was good. I interviewed about 75 internationally acclaimed uh, musicians, mechanists, a couple of escape artists, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm sure I can't wait to use Sarah's can opener to open up your mind a little bit and see what happens in there. Because I think I think you're a fascinating guy, and I do consider you my friend as well.
Same,
So
same.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
It makes me nervous when you say you can't wait to get a can opener because you might actually, I wouldn't put it past Tommy. He may do
Well,
that,
I mean,
right?
if you prefer, I have a couple of steak knives, some
Oh,
scalpels. I have a scalpel from the 1940s that we can
oh,
use. Yeah, yeah.
very
Uh,
cool.
a straight razor. No.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous. I will look
Okay,
forward to
good,
coming
good,
on your show and
good.
watching it
Yeah,
often as well.
you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be nervous.
Uh-oh. So let's say folks want to book you for a special event. What is your contact info? How can they do that? Ah,
How
just like
about
magic. There it
just
is.
magic? So yeah,
I
you can email me at tommyburnett1. Is that what it says? What does it say? No, okay, that's my website. See, I need glasses. My website is tommyburnett.com, and you can email me at my other website at info@themagictaboo.com.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much for honoring us today by
Oh, my
coming on.
pleasure.
I hope you'll come on future shows or um I'm always shy to ask. I don't like imposing on people.
You can always assume that if I'm free, I will be on the show.
Wonderful. That means so much. And your, I was going to say your work, your entertainment, your shows, they mean a lot to me as well. They're very, very, very special on so many levels. Let's put our hands together for the great, I almost said the light great, for the great,
Ah, oh,
for the
is it
great.
is it live or
I
is it
know.
memorized?
Is it live or is it Memorex? No. Let's put our hands together for the great Tommy Burnett. Thank you
Thank
so
you, my
much,
friend.
Tommy.
Good to see you.
Same. Yay. Wow, we sure are moving along. So we're going from the USA, New York in particular. We had actually two performers, both from New York as well. And in particular, Astoria. I believe you're living in Astoria, Tommy.
Yes,
That's where
yes.
my cousin Philip,
Oh, wow.
lived for many, many years as well. Nonetheless, we are moving along to the other side of the pond, as many would say, back to the UK. And I don't know what to say. I do know what to say. So I'm going to say I'm pleased and honored and thankful to have our next performer on our virtual stage. He's also the technician, the techie, if you will, for this. And he hosts, along with Robina the Enchantress, the Tuesday Night Magic Theater. Check out on Facebook, look for that. And open mic on Wednesday, open mic magic show on Wednesday, of which I participate in both. I'm grateful and thankful. Let's put our hands together. In Tommy's case, it's our claws together. But let's, for Kevin Peel, let's put our hands together for the great Kevin Peel.
Step up to the stage, Kevin Peel in the house. Mind reading magician, make you drop your doubts. Got cards in his pocket, fire in his eyes. Pull a rabbit from a hat like it's no surprise. Abracadabra, hocus pocus in his lexicon. Predicting thoughts quicker than a leprechaun. Whisper in your ears, secrets unfold. Sleight of hand so slick, stories never old. Magic mind, Kevin Peel casting spells. Blowing minds away with the tales he tells. Mind reader supreme, the mystery reveals. In the world of illusion, he plays the scene.
That video is much better than anything I ever do. Oh dear, I love that. Okay, right, I need some helpers. This is something I did on Wednesday with 3 people, and I managed to sort of get a third of it right. So I thought, well, I'm going to repeat it, but make it more difficult. So this time we're going to try with 4 people. You know, nothing wrong with messing up in a big way rather than a little way. So I'm going to get a load of people back. We're going to have Cheryl and Michaela. There we go. And we'll get Jill, if I can find her, and we'll have Micah when I can find him as well. So there's Jill. There's Jill, and let's find Micah.
Woo! Wiggly fingers.
Yes. And I remember from many years ago when I first met you, Micah, I kept calling you Micah.
Yes.
And then I had to think of my car was the way to remember the proper pronunciation. So I used to call you Honda Civic
Oh.
after that.
You did. Yes. Oh, better than Edsel. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take. Oh, look at Jill. She's like, oh, I had one of those. No, never again. Yes.
Right. So I am going to try something that's very difficult and not impossible. So we'll just see if I can actually manage to do this properly this time. So if we go to the overhead camera, so we have you lovely people helping me. I've got 4 different color Sharpies. I've got 4, yeah, right, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 little flashcards, and my nemesis, the blindfold. So we're going to take it in turns, and I'll go round in screen order so I don't get lost. So I'll go from Cheryl to Michaela to Jill to Micah. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Let me just move that out of the way so I can see the full screen without people's overlays all over it. That's the thing about running the tech. You've got lots of different things appearing on the screen at the same time. Yeah. Okay, so I'll explain what we're going to do. You're going to take in turns. I will give these a good mix up while I'm blindfolded, so I don't know which is which. And each of you will choose one, not saying what the color is, but the position it is. Starting with you, Cheryl. And then we will just make a splodge of that color on one of these cards. And then I've got some black caps, which will replace the color cap. So you won't know, and I won't know what color the pen is. You'll know the color that's just been used, but once we've mixed them up again and mixed everything else up, we won't know where anything is. That's the theory. Okay, so Jill, I'm counting on you to help me here. Okay, so blindfold on. Oh, glasses off. Don't know, actually, I don't know why I actually bother with the blindfold, but once I've got my glasses off, I can't see anything anyway. Okay, there we go. And hat. Is that is that the front? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hate this. So you've got to help me again. I've got to find those cards. Is that them?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay. So hopefully they're sort of evenly spaced across the front. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then over here-ish.
Down a little.
There we go. We got the Sharpies, and I'll just do this and keep mixing. What I'll do is I'll move some upside down, mix them around, and does this look like they're getting a decent mix?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's just see which way up they are. So that's that one, that one's upside down. And again, we'll mix them up again. Okay, so we're starting with Cheryl, yeah?
Yep.
So if I start from my left, 1, 2, 3, or 4, which one would you like?
4.
4, that one there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and I'll put those down there. And is this the first one? Yeah.
Yes.
And take the lid off. And we will, without drawing on my mat, tell me if I get too near the edge, which I don't want to color my mat. Okay.
You're good. Right there.
That's that.
Yep.
And put that over there. And then somewhere here we should have, is that a black lid?
That is.
Okay. I've actually put the black lids in a position where I could find them tonight. And can you see the color at all bleeding through?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So we'll... Okay, if I put it, there's the lid and I'll put it there. Okay.
We trust you, Kevin.
Okay, now I'll mix these up yet again. I don't trust me, so I don't know why you do. Okay. Okay, so now Michaela. 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. That one, yeah?
Yes.
Start on the left, move across. Am I anywhere near these cards?
You drag that one on top of it. Drag
Sorry?
that to the left. Drag that
One
card
there.
to the left. Drag that to the left.
I started pushing them on top of each other, did I?
Yes.
Okay.
Well done.
And the next one.
No,
No,
not that
next one over.
No,
next one over.
no,
next one over.
no,
Stop,
no,
stop, stop.
no,
Hey?
Stop.
no.
Next card over. Right there.
That's
Where?
the one.
Nope. Right there. Where your hand.
Yeah, so that should have been this one. Oh, is that one?
That's the
Is
first
that
one.
the one I've drawn on already?
Yes.
Yes.
So if I turn that over,
Okay.
and then
There you go.
and there should be 2 more.
No, go over to the left.
Yeah.
Your left.
There. Yeah.
Right there. Correct.
Okay.
That's the one.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. And hopefully I'm not getting any color on my fingers.
No, I don't
No.
see anything.
Good. Was that would be did that just fly up
No,
in
it's
the
still
air? Okay.
No, it's
And hopefully there's another lid somewhere. There we go. And that's a black lid I've picked up, yeah?
correct.
And you can't see the color.
No. Cannot.
Good. And it was roughly over here somewhere, weren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
So now there's that one there. Is that turned over?
Let's turn over. Yeah.
And then there should be that one, which I've just drawn on. Yeah.
Correct.
And turn over. And we'll move on to the next one, yeah?
Correct.
And then there should be one final one.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
And over here somewhere are pens.
There you
Okay. And again, I'll mix these up. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
And okay, Jill, my left, my right.
Right, please.
My right, that one there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And where are those lids? Okay. And it was somewhere here?
Bit further over.
To my
That's
right?
it. That's it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Turn it over.
Okay. And then somewhere over here. There we go. Another black lid. Is that a black lid?
Yes. It is.
And again, can you see the color?
No.
No.
And pens there. And which is the? Is that the one I've just coloured?
Over, yes.
That's the one I've just coloured, yeah?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. And finally, oh God, where is it? Help me.
The left
Is that,
there.
is that it?
Correct.
It is.
Okay.
You did that with such panache.
Ha!
No bad jokes, Jill. William Dow told us so. I know, it's too late.
Jill has an absolute gift of sarcasm.
Hush my mouth.
Excuse me. And I should somewhere have one more. Is that a black lid?
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, hopefully Can't see the colour?
No.
Correct.
No. That was the others. Where are the other lids? 3. Is that? There we go. I'm just going to mix those up. So again, there's no clue as to whatever order. Are those nicely mixed?
Perfect.
Yeah. If I put those there, and then we've got the final one here somewhere. Is that it?
That's
It
it.
is.
If I turn that over, are they all turned over now?
They are.
They are.
And if I hopefully try and bring them all together.
You did.
Okay. 2, 3, there's 4 of them. And if I just mix them up and wash them around, are they well and truly mixed?
One was.
One got flipped face up, Kevin. The one under your left thumb right now.
That one there?
No.
No, you just moved a card. There you go.
That one?
Flip that.
That one.
Yep. Oh,
Perfect.
you fixed it. Yep.
And those 2 are the right way down?
Yes.
Correct. Correct. Face down.
And if I just give those another little mix up. Can I take off my blindfold, please?
Yes.
That was a long wait.
Once again, Kevin, I've waited all my life to hear you say that to me over the internet, so thank you.
God, blimey. That was horrendous. Okay, I'm just going to put these out now in the order that they came out. And I'm just going to mix these up and randomly pick one up. Okay, so we take the first one. Yep. And let's have a feel. This is where things went horribly wrong. Okay. I'll just take them in the order. I just take them in the order that I see them. Okay, so.
Trust your instincts tonight.
Yeah, trust my instinct. Yes, not change mind.
No, it's a bad mistake.
No. Yes. Ooh, I'm going to take that one, I think. Okay. And finally, oh dear. Right. Let's just feel. Okay. Whew. Do we have a good feeling, folks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jill, have you any clue which is yours?
I don't have many clues about many things, no.
Okay, so look at me, Jill. I'm going to see if I can find you. Possibly. I think that might be Jill. Cheryl, look at me. I get a very, very strong feeling off you, Cheryl. I think this is Cheryl. What was your color, Cheryl?
Black.
Hey.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Michaela. Yes, I think this is you, Michaela. What was your color, Michaela?
Red.
Yes.
Aha. Very nice.
And I am going to change my mind again. I don't think that's Jill. I think
Oh,
that's Jill.
no,
What was your colour, Jill?
green.
Yes.
Oh,
So that must be Micah, who was what? Blue. Yes.
Beautiful.
Ah,
Beautiful.
we got there. We got there.
can I breathe now?
We can sigh. We can. Yes, we can all take a deep breath. And oh dear, goodness me.
Bravo. Bravo.
Nice.
Oh,
Fantastic.
and let's
Very
find
nice.
Dr. Michael. Where's he hiding? There he is. Hi there, Dr. Michael. Oh,
Fantastic. Oh, I love that, Kevin. You know, I do a similar one, but wow, that has it beat. That's a really tough experiment, and it
mm,
worked. It worked.
yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that with all of us, and thanks go out as well to our virtual assistants,
That's a
Cheryl
pleasure, Michael. Yeah.
and Micah and Jill, of course, and Cheryl and Michaela. Kevin, I'm so excited that you've come on the show. How would you like to share an experience that was a positive experience for
Right.
you?
Well, this was quite recently. There's a convention here in the UK called Doomsday, and they have a competition, which is a very weird competition. They call it the Hex Factor, and you go on and you do some sort of weird and wacky stuff in the bizarre magic style. And uh, I, I didn't win, but the judges consisted of some very well-known people in the UK, and one of them was a TV presenter, magician. Well, he is into magic. He's also a writer and actor called Reese Shearsmith, and he was in the on the judging panel, and his went after my act was very odd. It consisted of sacrificing a haggis to a dead canary to try and bring the canary back to life. And when they did their little critique of the act, Reece Shearsmith just looked at me and he said, "Kevin, I'm lost for words." So that is my little memory that will stick with me forever.
Fantastic, fantastic. That should stick with you forever. I want to thank you so much for coming on. If people want to get in touch with you to book you, how can they?
The UK Mentalist.co.uk or on Facebook, the UK Mentalist.
Very cool.
Easy
And it
peasy.
should be at the bottom of our screen
Yeah.
by the time this
Okay.
airs again.
You'll
Thank
fix
you
it in
so
post.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And believe me, we will. Thank you so much once again, Kevin Peel from the UK. I'm going to say thanks. My thanks to all the people that appeared on today's show. Paul Abbey from the UK, the magical Miss Charlie from USA. We have Roy Stone on video from the UK, John the Great from the UK on video. Micah Cover, I almost said Micah. Micah Cover from the USA. Robina the Enchantress on video, also live. George Edward Nigma Smith sends his regards. He just made it. Was able to get a phone a little bit too late. Hopefully, next show he'll come on. Sarah Crasson from the USA on video. Tommy Burnett from the USA. And last and certainly not least, Kevin Peel from the UK. I want to thank all of you out there that joined us this day. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you next month. We're on the first Friday of every month, and we look forward to garnering, to getting more guests, and to astound you and to amaze and hopefully amuse you as well. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.